What's the cringiest thing you've done that haunts you to this day? Well, I told a guy who I only spoke to less than 2 weeks that I wanted to marry him. That, though, occurred when I saw him ticking all of my bullet points on what I look for in a husband. I was just 20 at the time, and he is much older, so clearly my naivety shines beyond measures at the moment. And now, every time I think about it, I swear I want someone to bury me on a deserted island right then and there. I went to my junior high graduation in all black and full corpse paint, LMFAO. To be fair, I was severely bullied way before I started dressing like that, and I did it as a teenage rebellious "fuck y'all, here's what I think of your ceremony" bullshit thing, as I was dropping out and leaving anyway. But like, fucking hell, girl, you could just have skipped the graduation. I dated an ugly guy and was so out of touch with reality that I became a Christian and got a purity ring to avoid sleeping with him. I played a small role in a production of Grease that my local theater put on. I was one of the few who were split off into couples for a dance scene. I met my new dance partner and we were friendly with each other, but he could tell I was super anxious. He asked if I'd like to hold his hand, thinking that would ease the tension and help me feel less awkward. I said okay and grabbed his hand, but for some reason I started swinging, like those couples that swing their arms together down the hallway. He made his arms stiff so that the swinging would stop and said, "We're just holding hands." I think about this moment often. I still don't know why I did that. In my early 20s, I told a friend I wanted him to be my gay boyfriend, a la Sex in the City, and shit, does it still make me flinch when I think about how fucking cringe that is now. I told my gay friend in middle school that I cried for a long time when I found out he was gay because I had a crush on him. Why TF did I tell him? No idea, but he was really sweet about it at least. I insulted a friend's taste in fashion without realizing she was overhearing me. Then, instead of apologizing and being better, I doubled down. I was once getting ready with a newish girlfriend and we were heading to my closet to pick out clothes, and she made an offhand snarky comment about how she was too old to be wearing Forever 21 outfits. Not knowing my entire going out wardrobe is fun little crops and tops and a little more revealing and fun outfits, I just looked at her and said jokingly, "Yeah, then you're too old to like any of my clothes. I think you should just wear what you're wearing." We were the same age. I looked cute that night. I was out shopping with a friend. We were talking about fashion, and I said how I found camouflage clothes really ugly and a wee bit tacky unless you're a soldier or the like where it's a part of a uniform. My friend didn't say much. Later in a shop, we were going to try some clothes and she pulled off her blouse while saying how she actually liked camouflage fashion a lot. And I saw her very greenish camo top hiding under the shirt of hers. So there, each to their own, I tried explaining, but it didn't go very well. Still friend though, 20 years later. I was using the restroom in 6th grade. And my school ID was in the back of my pants. It fell out of the pocket and into the toilet, and I freaked. I could not reach in there and get it out. I had nothing to use to help either. OMG, no. So I just flushed repeatedly and it got stuck in the hole at the bottom. It has my picture. I couldn't let it get stuck like that. I panicked and kept flashing, and it eventually went down. I always wonder if anyone ever found it, because motherfucker, if it doesn't have my stupid smiling face and name next to it to identify who was stupid enough to flash their school ID. Ugh. Got stupid drunk in front of co-workers, bosses, once on my 21st birthday. Granted, I did work at the restaurant at the time, so I decided to hang out at the bar after my shift. Night ended with my mom's boyfriend carrying me home over his shoulders. Second time, I was maybe 25, so old enough to know better. Everyone from my job went out to celebrate a co-worker getting engaged, and I ended up again getting stupid drunk and embarrassing myself. They all thought I was hilarious, but now I look back and cringe. I hardly drink, so when I do, I get drunk easily. Lesson learned. In high school, I was a weirdo goth girl, and I made friends with a similar male who was deaf, even weirder. Sometimes after school we would hang out and fast food restaurants so we could smoke inside. Keep in mind this was a long time ago. At a Hardee's restaurant one afternoon we were sitting there. He pulls out homemade from clay fangs. He inserts them. Some old folks are nearby and cottishly watching us, which I can't blame them. We are sitting there in spiked collars and Catholic school uniforms. He begins hissing at the old folks. I laughed and thought it was funny and deaf-eager him on. He offered to make me a set of fangs as well, to also horrify old folks. I definitely would not do this now to a bunch of innocent retirees. My high school years are all cringe.